Hello there, my name is Gulhida and I'm one of the IELTS instructors here in Divine Bridge School, where we teach our students from the bottom of our hearts. So in today's lesson, I'm going to show you how we can use complex structures in our writing task 2 essays. And specifically, we are going to look at advantage and disadvantage essays and mainly to the explanation part. Assalomu alaykum, qadrli kanalimiz obunachilari. Meni ismim Gulhida va va'da qilinganidek bugungi darsimizda davomida men sizlarga writing task 2 essaylarimizda qanaqa qilib kompleks structurelardan foydalanish mumkinligidan texnikalarimizdan bittasini ko'rsatib berishga harakat qilaman. Va bu texnikamiz asosan nimaga qaratiladi? Bu texnikamizda advantage disadvantage essayda berilgan ideyamizni oddiy 3 ta sodda gaplarda tasvirlash va o'sha 3 ta sodda gapimizni bitta kompleks structurega o'tkazishga qaratilgan bo'ladi. Xo'p, demak, dars outline'imizga keladigan bo'lsak, birinchi darsimizning birinchi qismida men sizlarga oddiy ideyani qanaqa qilib 3 ta oddiy gaplar bilan explain qilib berishni bitta yo'lini ko'rsataman. Va ikkinchi etapimizda mana shu o'zimizni produce qilgan, ya'ni o'zimizni create qilgan o'sha 3 ta oddiy explaining supporting sentencelarimizni bitta kompleks structurega qanaqa qilib o'tkazishimiz mumkinligini men sizlarga bitta yo'lini ko'rsataman va uchinchi etapimizda biz bu o'rgangan texnikamizni, deymizmi, usulimizni birgalikda praktika qilib ko'ramiz. Xo'sh, demak, boshladik. So guys, as I mentioned above, our today's topic is using complex structures in writing task essays. And specifically, we're going to look at how those complex structures can be used in ideal explanation sentences. Well, our webinar will be held in 3 different stages. Let's look at them. In stage number 1, I'm going to show you how an idea can be explained with 3 simple sentences. In other words, I'm going to show you one of the techniques to explain an idea. In stage number 2, we will simply join these 3 simple explaining sentences in order to make one complex structure. And of course, in third stage, we're gonna practice together. Let's get started. Well, now let's look how an idea can be explained within 3 simple sentences. Here is our question. It says, what are the advantages of international sport? And for this question, I have chosen this idea: better international cooperation. So here I have my idea and now I have to explain it. In this stage, I'm gonna ask myself how international sport can lead to better international cooperation. If you notice, it sounds like a process, right? The first stage is international sport and something happens and the thing happens leads to better international cooperation. So here our task is to find out exactly what happens between international sport and this thing that results in better international cooperation. Here is my answer to this question. So, international sport encourages people from different countries to contact with each other. And what happens next? Ask yourself what happens next if people from different countries contact more with each other. So, here's my answer. It helps to break down barriers between different nations. And finally, our idea, it results in better international cooperation. No barriers, it's easy to cooperate with each other. So, I have done with all my 3 explaining sentences, quite simple and quite straightforward. Let's look how they look together. So, here you can see, international sport encourages people from different countries to contact with each other. It helps to break down barriers between different nations. It leads to better international cooperation. As you see, even though I explained my idea clearly, it sounds monotonous and a little bit boring because I'm just using only simple sentences and no linking words. So, and now it's time to turn to our second stage. And in this stage, we will join our sentences together, our first two sentences together. And we will start with the first two sentences. Here, our sentences, and this is how I joined them. Well, first we will read it and I'm gonna explain it. So, international sport encourages people from different countries to contact with each other, which helps to break down barriers between them. As you see, I use a relative pronoun to join my sentences. And here, one of the very important things, before using relative clauses, make sure that you do know them well. If you don't, you can end up with incorrect relative clause sentences, which sounds much worse than simple sentences. So here what happens. The second sentence starts with "it helps." Yes? In our converted version of complex sentence, it becomes to "which helps." Simple relative clause rules works here. So let's move to the next one. So now we have to join the last third sentence to our statement that we have just joined. Here our statement and the last third sentence. And here is my version. If you pay attention, I have highlighted the part that I changed, and this is the use of past participle one. So, international sport encourages people from different countries to contact with each other, which helps to break down barriers between them, resulting in better further international cooperation. So, as you can see, the phrase "it results" turns into "resulting in." So, what happens here? Subject-verb sentence, here "it results," becomes to the verb ing form. Past participle one for "resulting in." So, I urge you again, if you are not familiar with the topic of past participle one, please start learning the structure first, figure out all its usage and meaning, and practice a lot. And then you can be sure about its use and its meaning. Only then you can use them properly. And that is the thing that examiners are looking for. So we have done all with our three simple sentences, and we have created one complex structure. Now you can compare three different sentences with one complex structure. And you can pause the video here and see the differences or see the facts we have here. So now it's turn to practice with me. So here is a task for you guys. What is the advantage of using public transport? And I have an idea for you. It helps to decrease air pollution. Less air pollution. And you have to ask yourself how using public transportation can help to decrease air pollution. And guys, you have to pause the video right now and you have to come up with your own three explaining sentences. And then again, play the video and see my version of three sentences. It's gonna be more practical for you if you do so. So here's my sentences. First one. Using public transportation helps to decrease private car use. And then what happens? Amount of exhaust fumes generated by private cars reduces, and then finally it results in less air pollution. So we have done all with our three explaining sentences, and now it's turn to join them. So again, you have to pause the video and try to join these three sentences by yourself and watch my version. So here's my version. So using public transportation widely can decrease private car use, which helps to reduce exhaust fumes generated by private automobiles, resulting in less air pollution. So you can, I have highlighted the areas that I altered or use it, and again, here I added the word widely here, and I changed the word automobiles and I substituted it with private car. The vice versa, sorry. in order to avoid repetition. And you can do the same things with your simple sentences. I mean, not all the simple sentences should be the same when. Practice number 2. So here's a task for you. What are the advantages of and what you have to do is to find an idea, explain it with 3 simple sentences, convert this and write your own version. Send it via our Telegram bot within 30 minutes after the release of this video. And guys, you're gonna get personal feedback within 24 hours by me. So, and this is the end of our webinar. And don't forget that practice makes perfect. Please do practice the things that you have learned today if it was new for you. So guys, this is the end of our first lesson. Hopefully you found it useful, and please feel free to leave your comments concerning this lesson. So see you next time. Bye bye.